Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid. When we left off last time, we were being tortured. We have been captured by our enemy. We defeated, well, we thought we kind of defeated Sniper Wolf, but she's not dead, unfortunately. I mean, maybe that's a terrible thing to say, but I kind of prefer if my enemies are dead than having to wait for them to get me later. So we're in this horrible game where I have to hit zero really fast, or not zero, O really fast to get my life back up, but I'm not good at it.
Had enough yet?
And there's a good chance I'm gonna die. Okay. But I do love that he said we can't use like the turbo button or whatever because he'll know if we do. That cracks me up. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I can't hit it nearly fast enough. No, I'm really not. No.
Can you take one more?
No, I can't. I really can't. Oh, this is gonna take multiple tries. Okay, that went a little better.
How did you like that? Shall we go again?
I think we're gonna whether I want to or not. Alright, I am wailing on this button.
We're not finished yet. You still okay? Want me to go on?
No, but I might make it through this one now.
Can you take one more?
Can we be done, please?
You're a strong man. Well, that's enough for now.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're the boss's brother, all right.
Yeah, I'd like that
Your
explained,
brother,
please.
He's an amazing man. Who else could shoot down two F-16s with a Hind helicopter? The Les Enfants Terribles project was not a total failure. He is the one man who could make my dream into a reality.
Huh? Well, at least we got through that. I did
Looks
it by...
like I got a roommate.
That guy seems awfully dead. Oh, is that maggots on him?
What a stench.
Ew.
Damn, I caught a cold. That witch, she took my clothes.
Oh, he's talking about Meryl. Okay, let's see if we can save. But anyhow, I was saying, the way I got through that is I had to hold the controller kind of crazy and just sort of jam brace it with one hand and jam on the button with the other. Ugh, I am not good at the... Although sometimes I play games with button mashing, I'm not good at mashing the button quickly. Alright, Mei Ling.
Snake, are you okay? I feel so scared for you. It must be horrible.
Thanks, Mei Ling.
I've been through a lot worse. Believe me.
Wow, you really are a hero. It's a good thing the codec is connected directly to your inner ear. You can contact us anytime. It's always nice to hear that you're alright. Why don't you contact the Colonel? If anyone can think of a way out, it's him.
Alright, well actually you're the priority though, because I would like to save.
Please, Snake, don't give up.
I won't. No? Deep throat. Now would be a good time to help. Nope. Alright, I do want to talk to the Colonel, but we're going to talk to everybody else first. Otacon?
Otacon, are you still okay?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth camouflage, that is.
I have a favor to ask. I need your help.
I was wondering when you'd ask. What should I do?
I've been captured. I'm locked up here in this cell.
What cell?
There's a big torture machine nearby.
Okay, I know it. It's close. I'll be there right
Oh
away.
yeah, the torture machine. I know where that's at. It's a normal thing to have in the workplace. Okay, well, cool. I didn't expect him to be that useful. I mean, after the whole, oh no, I can't go back and get you the sniper rifle, even though I have invisible stealth technology, you're going to have to go all the way back and get it yourself. So, kind of cool that he's going to be handy here. Nastasha?
Just because you are locked up does not mean there is no chance of escape.
Well, I know.
Keep your eyes and ears open, and when you see a chance, take it.
Absolutely.
You should call Campbell and wait for his instructions.
I will. First, Master.
Normally, when a soldier is taken prisoner, he should only give up the big four. That's name, rank, serial number, and date of birth. But you're not any old soldier, Snake. I don't want you to tell them anything. Fortunately, you're strong enough to resist. In any case, don't you think you should contact Colonel Campbell?
Okay, don't tell him anything he says, but they already seem to know more about me than I know about myself. Campbell?
Snake, are you okay?
Ah, well, you know.
I've been better.
How's Meryl?
They've got her.
They say she's alive.
Snake, the government has decided not to give in to their demands. We're trying to buy some more time.
Okay.
Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now.
That's
What are you
a fair
talking
point.
about?
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? You knew it all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it?
I'm sorry.
Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear, secret advanced nuclear weapons research. Does the White House know about this? How deep does it go?
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the Rex project.
Need-to-know basis, is that the idea?
These are sensitive
And the president doesn't
times.
need to know?
Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir.
Plausible deniability, huh?
Yes. And tomorrow, the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord.
I get it. That's the reason for the deadline.
That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public.
We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
So patriotism is your excuse for circumventing the Constitution?
Please, Snake, just stop them.
Why should I?
Because you're the only one who can.
In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead.
I told you before, I don't know the details.
I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands?
Because we don't
Let them have Big
negotiate
Boss's
with
remains.
terrorists.
You see,
Or is there some reason that you can't do that? Something you haven't told me about?
Publicly, the president has been very vocal in his opposition to eugenics experiments.
But privately?
We don't want the existence of the genome army to go public.
And that's the only reason?
Come on, quit holding out.
Hell with you.
I'm sorry.
The corpse of the DARPA chief is lying right here next to me.
Oh man.
But it's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained out too.
Oh, that's a good
Drained.
point.
Maybe to slow down decomposition?
I have no idea.
But the chief only died a few hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Right. But he's already started to decompose.
What could it all be about?
Something in his blood that they wanted?
I doubt it. Just the nanomachines in the transmitter.
Did the chief tell them his detonation code?
I'm afraid so. It looks like they've got both codes and are nearly ready to launch.
Damn. Is there any way to prevent it?
It seems that there's some type of emergency override device that can cancel out the detonation code. It's a countermeasure that Arms Tech installed secretly. You have to unlock it with 3 special card keys.
And where are those keys?
I've got one of them. I don't know where the other 2 are. Besides, I'm locked up here.
We've got no choice. Forget about the keys. Your top priority now is to destroy Metal Gear itself.
Yep.
I'm sorry to have to lay it all in your lap, but you're all I've got. Bust out of there and get to the communications tower. Also...
What?
Save Meryl.
I know it's asking a lot.
Meryl, right?
Yeah,
I'll save her.
thanks.
See that, Meryl? Snake is a good guy. Not just a sad, lonely man. So take that. Okay. So, all kinds of shadiness. I love that. Give me one good reason. You're the only one who can. And he's like, well, in that case. That's not really a great reason. It's not a good reason, but it's... I mean, I guess it's one of those kind of... It's a grumpy reason. Well, it's not really something... Because I don't think that's what he was looking for. He was looking more for, explain to me why I should be on your side after you've lied to me. But when you hear that, you think, okay, well, I guess I can't, you know, let terrorists launch nuclear missiles at people, so fine. If no one else can do it, I will. Okay. What's going on with this body? What do we have? Oh, we've got nothing. That was another great thing. Where's all my stuff? It's not your stuff. This was on-site weapons procurement. This is actually their stuff that we just acquired. Anything under the bed?
What the hell are you doing?
What? I'm just crawling under the bed. That's a normal thing to do. Don't worry about it. Well, got a reaction from him. That seems possibly useful. Let's just crawl around a bit. What do we got here?
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up! Shut up!
Can we upset him enough that he'll come in?
Snake, it's showtime. Ocelot wants you.
Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, not this again. Otacon, show up and save the day, please. Or Ninja can come.
Okay.
Somebody.
I'll tell you once more.
I know how to do it.
Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength.
Yeah.
When you've had enough, press the select button to submit.
We're not gonna submit.
When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no continues, my friend.
I'm well aware.
I fought wars in Afghanistan, Mozambique, Eritrea, and Chad. Among the Mujahideen guerrillas, I was known and feared as Shalashaska. I was trained by
Well,
the
what does that
Russian
mean?
Gru. I am not like one of those KGB slugs. To me, this isn't torture. It's a sport.
You're all just a bunch of sadists.
Don't confuse me with those uniformed fools. Well, shall we begin?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Longer and longer. All right.
How did you like that?
It was wonderful.
Shall we go again? Had enough yet?
No, bring it on.
We're not finished yet. You still okay? Want me to go on?
No.
Can you take one more?
Okay, I think so.
You're a strong man. Well, that's enough for now, I think.
Is this going to continue until I find a way to bust out of the
We
cell?
live in a sad age. Imperialism, totalitarianism, perestroika. 20th century Russia has had its share of problems, but at least they had an ideology. Russia today has nothing.
They're struggling between freedom and order, and with that struggle, a new spirit of nationalism has been born.
The boss has a close friend high up in the Russian government. He's currently the head of Spetsnaz. He's agreed to purchase this new nuclear weapons system. The Hind was just a down payment.
So you're in this for money?
I don't need money.
Well, what's your motivation?
I want Russia to be reborn, to lead a brave new world order.
I suppose that's a decent motivation. Patriotism. Alright. Well, let's call Mei-Ling.
Why don't you contact the Colonel? If anyone can think of a way out, it's him.
I did contact him. He was not especially useful.
Please, Snake, don't give up.
I'm not giving up. Alright, what do you got? Anything new?
You okay, Snake?
Yeah. Nothing new to report.
Snake, is there anything I can do?
Yeah. My arm hurts.
Poor Snake. I'll increase the level of painkillers in your blood.
Okay, but you can leave out the Benzedrine. That stuff makes me too frisky.
I guess you're not feeling too bad after all.
Naomi, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
Anything.
I'm not a very good talker.
Please. Tell me about yourself.
Myself? That's a tough one.
Really?
Any family?
That's not a happy topic for me.
I don't have any family. No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own hand.
Oh.
Big Boss.
What? Big Boss? I had no idea.
There was no way you could. It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth of what happened there.
So, is it true? Was Big Boss really your father?
That's what he said. That's all I know.
And you were able to kill him? Knowing that?
Well?
How?
He wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing.
There you go.
That's patricide.
So?
Yep.
If he's a terrible person,
Trauma the
it doesn't
man was
exempt
talking
him.
about. The one we share in common.
Is that why you left Foxhound?
Let's just say that I needed to be alone for a while, and Alaska was the perfect place.
Snake. I didn't have a real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related, and he was much older than me.
Where is he?
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
Snake, is there a woman in your life?
All
After
these
you've been through
ladies.
as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone.
Friends?
Roy Campbell.
You're still calling me friend?
Oh.
Is that it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant. And the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox.
Oh, Gray Fox.
Gray Fox.
I learned a lot from him.
But didn't you try to kill each other?
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
Huh.
And you still call yourself friends?
Well,
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
no, it's
I
not.
first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well?
No. We never talked about our personal lives. Sort of an unwritten rule. The next time I saw him on the battlefield, we were enemies. We were fighting barehanded in a minefield. I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our jobs. It's like a sport.
That makes a lot of sense.
Men in their games. You're like wild animals.
You're right. We are animals.
It's not just a men thing, though.
So if you were friends,
humanity in
then
general.
how do you explain the ninja's behavior?
Well, obviously he's pretty messed up and isn't sure who he is.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway?
I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
What's the way you
So
are?
you studied about DNA.
Yeah. I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
A lot of interesting food for thought there. Now that when she's expressing incredulity that he can remain friends with someone that was on the opposite side of a war for him, I mean, okay, I guess it's a bit of a stretch to... the possibilities, it's making me think there's a poem that we had to read in high school. And I don't remember, I just remember the beginning was something about, had he and I but met in some old ancient inn. And the gist of it is, if they weren't in war, and they'd happened to meet, you know, at like a bar or something, he probably would have bought the guy a drink and they'd got along just fine. But since they're at war, he's on his side, that guy's on the enemy's side. Instead, he shot him. And that's just one of the truths about war for your soldiers that are fighting it. It's generally not a personal problem they have with the individuals they're fighting with. It's just, you just happen to be on opposite sides. That's how it works out. So I can see where, I can understand where Snake's coming from there. He was a professional, his friend was a professional, they happened to wind up on opposite sides. Sucks, but you do your duty, fight each other, you can still respect each other, you can still like each other. I think it's, I don't know. It's one of those, that's actually one of my things, one of my favorite kind of enemies is the enemy that is like an understandable human enemy. An enemy that's not an enemy just because they're evil. Because rarely in life do I think are people fully evil. I think most times people who are on opposing sides with each other, they just have differing viewpoints. And so my favorite types of enemies in stories and in games and such are the ones that aren't necessarily bad people. They're people that you can understand, that you can relate to. They just, because of their morals or their perspective or whatever, they end up on an opposite side from you. So it's not a personal thing. They don't want to kill you because they hate you. It's just, we're on opposite sides. That's how it goes. I think that's a more compelling sort of story, and it makes it kind of more tragic too, when you can feel that we could have been friends if not for this issue dividing us, this issue that's greater than either of us. I just think it makes for a more compelling relationship between the hero and the enemy. Regardless, so that was a lot of interesting stuff she told us, and I'm getting the impression from Snake that, so she asked, was Big Boss really your father? And maybe I'm wrong, but I'm taking a guess here. I think he was his father more in the sense that it sounds like he was part of a genetic project. So maybe just father as in he was the source of the DNA that Snake was created from. Not a father like, oh, we used to play catch and such. Not that kind of father. So, I don't know, her comment kind of irked me too. How could you kill him? He was your own father. Well, if we weren't raised necessarily together as friends or anything, if there wasn't a familial sort of relationship between us, you know, on an emotional side, then I don't imagine it would be that difficult. If he's the bad guy and you're the good guy and this is your job, well, there you go. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We'll find a way out of this cell.